I've been trying to do a lot of things behind the scene to make my content better. Yeah, but I'm back now. I'm gonna try to bring different things. Like I said before, I'm still working on everything. Just trying to keep some people up to date. I'm working on everything as much as I can. I don't have a lot of time myself. I do have a regular job, and like some people, but I had to come back and go live just to, put this out here just to get some more good ideas on different content. I don't want to do the same thing over and over again. I want to do something different. I will be bringing a lot more different artists, Southern Soul, some of the Southern Soul artists, definitely. We got one coming with my boy James Red. We're working on that behind the scenes as well. Hopefully, a couple of other fellas will stand in line eventually, like my boy Columbus. Got a few guys out there that I would hope they will get in line, because it's a lot of things out here that they don't have a chance or get the chance to talk about. Um, Being in, Southern Soul artists and all that, like nobody really just give them the flowers, you know. That's why I made this show, to try to give people their flowers on a daily, before they die. Not wait until they leave and want to give them their flowers, because that's when, you know, a lot of the artists don't have a chance to celebrate, to feel the real woman, everything coming with that, you know what I'm saying? And all artists should be able to do that. So I'm just trying to be a guy that come with something different on that and make something good for them guys. Because them guys out there working hard too in this music industry. So they trying to do something too, because it just feel like when it comes to Mississippi artists, any type of artist, blues, rap, you know, could be singing anything. It's like the industry don't want to let Mississippi artists in. I don't know what to deal with that, but it seems like they just don't want to let them artists in. They want to let, you got some out there that done got in, but they have to say that they from other states instead of saying they from Mississippi. And when they say that they from Mississippi, they don't get a chance to, get out there, a chance to be known. Because I know a lot of artists in Mississippi, you know what I'm saying, that should be out there in the mainstream, but they don't give them the love. See, simply because they're from Mississippi. Um, I'm sorry, I can't really just see your name good. Is that Esley? Thank you for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. I'm alive. Like I said, I'm gonna bring a lot more content. I ain't been here in a while. Like I said, like I was saying, it's just the industry won't let a lot of the artists from Mississippi in. You know what I'm saying? It feel like they just don't want them to get in. Like they holding them back. And like I said, I know a lot of artists from Mississippi are real good artists. You know what I mean? But they don't get that. They don't get that same old love. They don't get that same old get the same flowers. You know, and that's something we should always, you know, look at in the industry, like how they don't let Mississippi artists in. I'm not trying to take nothing from no other artists. Don't get me wrong, but Mississippi has always have been the last on the totem pole when it comes to artists like Mississippi getting out there and getting all the love. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm sorry, that's a long name. I don't know who it is, what that long name is. Saying like I'm better. Whatever. Anyway, welcome. Thank you for joining the live. Thank everybody for joining the live. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate if you like and subscribe and check some of my content out. Like I said, I talk about just things that go on life, but I kind of got my hands in a little bit of everything when it comes to the music and what I talk about on a daily basis. And there's a lot more things that I'm gonna be bringing to my channel. You know, I had to step back for a minute, but I'm back. You know, like again, I appreciate everybody that was here before. Before a lot of y'all might be new to the channel, but thank you again for joining. Like and subscribe again, comment. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got to say. Let me see. Okay, that's your YouTube name. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, bro. I check it out when I get off. I kind of read a little because you know the words are so small, so my eyes are not that good. But I check you out. I will subscribe to your channel. Everybody that join, I will subscribe to your channel. I'm like that. Like I like to see. I want to see people prosper. I want to see people do well in life too. So you know, I try to like and subscribe. Comment, show love to everybody as well as I want it, because it takes two to make each other, you know what I'm saying, get better out here in this industry. Just doing any kind of content, you know, it's gonna take, like I said, take a village to raise a child. Pretty much take the same thing to do anything in life, you know what I'm saying. Like whatever you want to do, as far as trying to do music, become an actor, whatever it is that you believe in. Take a village to raise somebody to be a better person in that way. And so I try to support everybody as much as I can, regardless of who you are, where you're from, what are you doing. Content is content, and the more we help each other, the better we are. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know what's your name, Dion or whatever. Okay, you on here to take shots? Yeah, they fake. You know, nobody out here spending money like that, bro. It ain't me, so I'm not on here to fake. So, you know, thank you for joining too, and thank you for your comment. I don't take anything personal, but you know, yeah. But I like my glasses. You may not, but I do. Yeah. But thank you again. Thank everybody for joining. Thank you for coming. Like and subscribe again. I will be again bringing a lot more things to my YouTube channel. Like there's a lot of things that I hear that people don't get a chance to see. They're just going on a normal day of life. You know what I'm saying? The way life feels outside of you just sticking to one content. There's a lot more things outside of life that you can add towards, you know, making more content. And that's the wavelength I'm on. I'm just trying to do a lot more than just talk about regular things. But again, back to what I was saying with the Mississippi artists, it's just the industry just don't give them a chance, and there's so much talent in Mississippi. It's crazy when it comes to singing, as well as it comes to sport and everything else. You know, there's some guys out there in the sports, in basketball, now they can sing, they can rap. You know, it's a lot of talent everywhere in Mississippi that get ignored a lot just because of Mississippi. I know Mississippi is the last and everything, we know that, but and they get treated that way, you know what I mean? But I still ain't figured that out, you know, why they just won't let, you know, people come in, you know, outside of Mississippi just you know, be better artists, or just, you know, just pick them up. So, man, it's just crazy about that. I mean, I even asked some of the guys out there, and I know some guys out there right now that have millions and millions of views on YouTube and stuff like that. That's from Mississippi. It's just that they get the shows and all like that, but they don't get that limelight. Like people from New York and people from Texas and all other places, they don't get that. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Thamus? How you doing? Thank you for joining. What that is? Duty Bob. I might be saying it wrong. Thank everybody for joining. Like I said, like and subscribe. I appreciate everybody for joining. Yeah. I love this, what I do, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been out of it for a while, but I'm gonna get back into it. You know, you have to have a love for things. You have to have a love for it. You find your love for it, and you stick to the love you have for it, everything will turn out to be better. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing what I'm saying with the artists from Mississippi, they have to stick to what they're doing. And if they stick to what they're doing, eventually the love gonna come from that. You know, it might not come from where they wanted to come. Like they might not win the Oscars. They might not, you know what I'm saying, be the one that host the Oscars, Yeah. Yeah. But as long as they out there and they doing what they doing, that's all that count. Because you got a lot of artists like J Mars Group, like I said, Zane Red, Columbus Tour. Uh, it's a lot of guys. LJ, not LJ, what's the other Echo guy name? I can't call his name, but anyway, it's a lot of guys out here from Mississippi that actually can sing, can play the piano, the guitar, you know. It's artists here, and this is where the birth music is from the South. Period. Starting with places like Memphis and the Delta. That's where all the music actually, the birthplace of that. That's where most of it came from. But when it comes to places like, the South, they try to, take that away from us. You know what I'm saying? Like Memphis, I'm glad Memphis starting to get recognized a lot more. They have a lot more artists coming out of Memphis and just Tennessee, period, that's really out here and really doing a lot, in the mainstream, But that done changed with all um, the social media we have now. You don't, you control your own destiny with these social media. If you in the music industry, really, you got to know how to promote yourself. You can do all that with social media. You don't have to have all that extra stuff. You just have to be smart about whatever it is that you're doing in this industry, regardless of what it is. You know what I'm saying? You just have to be smart about it, and that's just the way it is. The thing is like again, sticking to what you know, but just stick to it, And I let myself down because I didn't stick to it at first. I had a lot of things going on personally in my life that I had to get away from it, real personal, I had to get away from this to reset that mind. That mind is the most important thing. You gotta reset it. You gotta get back to what you're doing. I'm still working on it. I ain't been live by myself, since I've been doing this. So now I'm live by myself. Mostly I've been going live with people, and I appreciate everybody that going live with me and everything, But it's a lot more things that I have to do to make this thing work. And it's all on me at the end of the day if I wanted to make it work. Like I said, I will be interviewing a couple of these guys from the Southern Soul and Blues, part of where we'll be trying to interview some of them and bring them to the channel and get some of y'all to see a lot more things that these guys got going on around here and where they at and what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They can tell you a lot more than I can, but yeah, it's a lot more, that I'm gonna bring to this channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start bringing stuff like just regular stuff like showing things that regular people do on a regular day basis. Where they from and where they came from where they were then to they is now, where they at now in life, regardless of the situation. Because there's a lot of things don't be talked about when it comes to a human being. Period. Without you just being famous or rich, it's just a lot of things that ain't been talked about. A lot of things we don't talk about. A lot of things go unsaid, hidden, everything. Yeah, so we working toward that. I got a partner in crime. Sometimes he'll come in. Sometimes, I mostly be doing it mostly myself. When he come in, we gonna do what we do. We're gonna show love. We're gonna put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Let people see. Some of the good things that are going on with some of these guys. Anyway, like I said, I had to get on here and go live today to talk about a lot of things, and it's been a while since I've been on here, and the reason why I haven't been live, because I've been working behind the scenes. I'm still working. There's a lot more stuff I'm going to do to bring to this, to make it better, because I feel like I left out a lot of things I should have done, and again, I'm working on it. And things will get better. Y'all will see better content. That was all about making content better. You know, showing everybody that it's just not you got this far and stop. You move on to different things, start doing and venture out. That's what it's all about. Yeah. And for some of the people on here, come check out, check out some of my videos on YouTube. I got some on TikTok. Most of them is the same video, but you can check out a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? To see what I be talking about, where I'm coming from, and some of it may inspire you. I hope it do inspire you, because I'm a person that try to inspire somebody. I'm a person that try to build a person up, not tear them down, not make them feel bad. Not I'm gonna help you build up before I tear you down. That's the type of person I am. I look out for people who look out for me as well. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it's supposed to go. That's life. Look out for people who look out for you. Do what you can for them at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And continue to build on what you're trying to build on in life. That's just where life goes. Anyway, it was good getting on here for a little bit. Just put a little bit more out there. I will be going live a little bit more. I will have my good friend things as well, Demir. I will have her come on sometime, and y'all need to follow her and check her out. She got a lot of things she talking about. You know what I'm saying? I let y'all find that out on your own. See what she got going on. It's a lot she got going on. She can explain it more than I can. But y'all follow her. Subscribe to her. We want to help build her up as well. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we all just trying to make some better content and get to a point where we're doing good in life. That's what it's all about.